Welcome to the class, children. We are going to discuss about your English revision for your assessment. And first of all, you are knowing about the assessment. The paper should contain 40 marks, but we are going to give two papers for your studies. In that, they are going to select the one paper that should be 40 marks, and adding up to that means here the 80 marks questions you are going to read into your examination, but you have to face or you have to write only 40 marks because they are going to comprise or they are making into 40 marks question paper. Okay, now coming on to the point. First main, fill in the blanks with opposites of the underlined words. First we are going to give the opposites of the underlined words of the word. Here we have given one word or one sentence. We are in the same class but have here the underlined word will be same. The answer should be given in the clue kit. That means it should be in the end of that questions. Answer will be there, and you have to select the suitable answer for the same. Opposite of same is different. Therefore, our answer is different. Second one, my friend failed to solve the riddle, but I dash. Here, failed means opposite of failed means what? Here, opposite of fail means pass. Passed, but I passed the examination. And third one, I accepted to help Sonu, but he dash. Here, accepted to help Sonu. Accepted is the underlined word. What is the opposite of accepted? Accepted means we are going to accept something. Opposite of that accept is rejected. That means we are going to reject something. Coming on to the fourth question. Shanta thought that the sum is difficult, but after working it out, she found it. What is the opposite of difficult? The opposite of difficult is easy. Now coming on to the second main. What are the following? Here they are given some sentences and also misspelled words are given. Have to fill that spellings or misspelled words. One who sails across a river or sea means sailor. One who is gone sailing in the sea. For that fellow, we call them as a sailor. Sailor means one who is gone moving in the ship or moving in the boat. We call that fellow as sailor. Sailor. Now, second question. One who catches fish for his living. One who is going to having depending upon the sea and he is wishing to catch the fish for his survival. For that fellow, what we are going to call? For that fellow, we are going to call fisherman. Fishermen. Fisherman. And now come on to third one. A tall building in the sea which guides the sailors. What you are already knowing about that? Some building or some tower should be there. It should guide the sailors or the ships. What we call it as lighthouse. Lighthouse means spelling. Light means L-I-G-H-T light. H-O-U-S-E house. Next, fourth point. The area of land by the side of the sea. What we call that? The area of the land we are observed beside the sea. We call that as seashore. Seashore means we are walking on that seashore in the evening or in the morning or in the afternoon also. When we are knowing about that, we call that as seashore. Sea spelling C-A-C-S-H-O-R-E, shore. And another next question. A journey by sea. One who is going into the journey in the sea, we call that as voyage. In the earlier we are told that one was sailor, sailing. Here journey means voyage. And now coming on to the third one. Match the following words with words in column 1A with the words in column 1B. And here glowing, what we call it as glowing things, bright colors, small, what we does small wings, tiny creatures, a rich man, cold winds, pleasant summer, tall trees. We are going to already match it for that. You have to match that one and you are going to get 8 marks for that one. Coming on to the next page. Passing on to the next page. Answer the following questions in one sentences each. Why was Rajiv thrilled? Here, why the Rajiv was going to be thrilled? Here, they help the sailor to know where the land is. Why was the Rajiv was thrilled? Answer: because his father would take him to the lighthouse. So Rajiv was thrilled. And boats, ships, and clouds are all pretty. Which is the prettiest among them? For along these three, which is the prettiest one? Answer is clouds. Who was the visitor at Akbar's court one day? Somebody will be coming into visit for the Akbar's court and whom we are going to be called as the visitor. A learned scholar Pandit visits the court of Akbar. Here he is a learned scholar and Pandit visit to the court of the Akbar. Now pass on to the fourth question. What do you mean by his looks were cold? Here, the rich man gave some gold to the poor man. Here, if somebody was going to give the gold for the poor, how he was going to become? But he had no sympathy for poor. Here, he was not sympathy about the poor, but he gave 100. He gave some gold coin towards to the poor man. Where do bees store the honey? Bees always store the honey in where we are already observed that where it was going to be stored. The bees always store the honey in a honeycomb. Honeycomb means, have you knowing about that? Honeycomb means the honeybee was going to construct their house, that is called honeycomb. After that we are taken to the honey. We are seeing some whitish wax type thing that is called honeycomb. In that honeycomb, we are observing small partitions will be there. That is called honeycomb. What does honey contain? Honey contains sugars, proteins, iron, and calcium. Honey is always containing sugar, proteins, iron, and calcium. Now pass on to fifth one. Answer the following in 2 to 3 sentences each. How are lighthouses useful to sailors? Here we have to write in 2 to 3 sentences. So we are going to pass on to that question. They help the sailors to know where the land is and what place they are near. Sometimes in the sea, which are dangerous to ships, and they help to warn and guide sailors. This is the use of the lighthouse. Now coming on to second one. What did Birbal tickle the Pandit's ear with? Here the Pandit Birbal was tickling something towards to the who? That means the Pandits here, because Pandit was telling that he was he was not going to be identified which language he was going to be used. So he was challenged to the court. So the Birbal was tickling with something. What is that? He tickles his ear with a feather. Here Pandit was tickling with the help of the feather. He was tickles Pandit's ear with that feather. How long does a honeybee live? A honeybee lives for 1 month. If it is going to be collected honey and if cannot going to be sting to the other person, in that time it should be lived for 1 month. Next, fourth question. When does the hare sport and play? Here, when we don't hurt the hare, it will play with us. And here, when we are not going to hurt the hare, it will play with us. Who did the lion make his home minister and why? The lion will be made the fox as his home minister because he is wise and clever. Here that fox will be wise and clever, so it made the home minister for the lion. Say whether the following statements are true or false. A learned scholar one a learned scholar once visits the court of Jahangir. Here this sentence should be false. Birbal says he can speak many languages. False. Birbal tickles Pandit's ear with a feather. True. And then the Pandit admits his defeat. The answer will be true. Now passing on to the opposites of the following word. And here the opposite means you are all knowing about the opposite words of the other words. For example, here we are given short. Short means the opposite of short is long, and opposite of far is near, and opposites of the low. Low opposite is high. And coming on to the opposite of old. What is the old? Old means the older one. For that opposite is new. For that opposite is new. And we are going to stop. Stop means what is the opposite of stop? Stop means we are going to getting started is called the opposite of that stop. And then beautiful. Beautiful means one who is going to be seen or look like very beautiful. That is here beautiful means what is the opposite of beautiful? Beautiful opposite is ugly. Okay, thank you children. Now we pass on to we are up to this we are going to discuss about your revision paper. Okay, you can take it down in your homework and write it down in one time, and afterwards you can answer that one and read properly for your upcoming assessment. In that time only you are going to success in your examination. So thank you for one and all, and have a good luck for your upcoming examination. Okay, thank you once again. Thank you children.